Hey, welcome back to our video series on unlocking time freedom for you as a busy woman in leadership. Whether you're leading a large team or your family, you're leading and you're coordinating people, serving people, and trying to get things done. And so, while still having a good life, right? And so we're going to do is we've already talked about handling information and resources. Remember, no more sticky notes. And then also we've talked about handling projects using your planner. Hope you reached out to me to get your sneak peek. And today we're going to talk about productivity. That is like let's get things done faster. Let's get more things done in a day. And so I have some easy tools that can help you to do this. Again, we're just trying to shave some minutes off out of your day, and also, I found that when you're shaving those minutes off, usually you're shaving some frustration off too. We're not searching for passwords anymore. We're not out there, sorting through notes everywhere and that sort of thing. We're clearing our mind as we're clearing our time. All right, so let's talk about productivity. One of the things that I want to talk about is setting meetings. All right, this is a big time consumer, in my opinion, unless you have a really supreme executive assistant or personal assistant. Now, I have in the past, in positions that I've held, had a whole team of people that were serving with also an excellent assistant that would make all my appointments for me, do all my follow-ups and that sort of thing. I don't have that right now. Okay, I'm, as you can see, working from home. I do have from time to time some colleagues that I collaborate with, and I also from time to time have contracted staff members and I have volunteer staff members, but I don't have an ongoing assistant with me all of the time. Sometimes I'll have a virtual assistant, but they're not handling this kind of thing for me. So I have created and no, I don't have an AI assistant either. I know that's a thing. I don't trust it, so I don't do it. I trust AI and I love AI. We can talk about that another time. But for assisting me, setting up meetings, confirming meetings, making sure my calendar is free to handle the meeting, that I handle personally or electronically. Let the system work for me. Okay, so that's what I want to help you to do today. So we're going to talk about setting up meetings, group coordination, handling your calendar, all of that techie stuff without going over the top techie. Okay, so let me tell you how I do it. I have people that want to reach out to me to set an appointment. Okay, so if you are thinking about working with me as a client, you would start by click for more information or click to have a chat. And then when you click on that, that's going to take you to a calendar scheduler. It's going to check my calendar and say, these are the slots available. And then you can go ahead and find a slot that works for you. You're going to get an email confirmation. It's going to automatically go into my calendar. I'm going to get a notification that I have a new thing on my calendar. And then we all are going to get reminders before the meeting that the meeting's coming up, maybe a day ahead, an hour ahead, that sort of thing. I set all that up one time and it works until I change it. Okay. Now, this is the thing. I have, because probably like you, I'm multifaceted. I have my hand in a lot of different things. And so I might have clients trying to schedule me. That's a certain kind of appointment, a student at a university that wants to meet with me, or a team of people that we're all together trying to get a conversation going and we want to meet together via Zoom and we're trying to find when can we all meet. All of those are different scenarios, but I can set them all up electronically so that they can manage for me. The thing that just like sucks the life out of me is going back and forth on email. Can you meet on Tuesday? Oh, I can't meet on Tuesday. Oh, I can meet on Wednesday. Can you meet on Wednesday? It's a time suck. You can fix that. You don't have to do it that way anymore. Okay. So let me tell you kind of some tools that you can use. If you don't have an automated calendar at all right now, then you can definitely, now, if you're blessed to have an assistant and it's working for you, then maybe you just want to fast forward through here. You might not need this information, but you can hang around if you want. Maybe you'll learn something that your assistant can use for you. But also, because you want your assistant to be as productive as she can be or he can be as well, right? But if it's just you and you're leading and you're trying to increase your productivity and you do some of your own scheduling, then these are some tools that can help. Now, one that I have, there are a lot of different calendar tools. Let me just say that. You have to find the one that the interface you like the best. I have used Calendly for a long time. It's an easy one to set up. It works pretty simply. Let me kind of show you, let me share my screen and show you a little bit of what it is I'm talking about. Visually, it may make more sense. So let me share this with you. All right, so you can see I have all these different things. Now, not all of these are appointment schedules. These are actually my short links for different types of things. But if someone wants to meet with me, I'm going to send them a link, or probably they're going to find it at the bottom of an email or something. It's going to say docshee.com/chat. That is going to be where they can go and schedule a meeting with me. It's going to look like this. So when it pops up, it's going to look like a calendar, and they can come in here and say, oh, okay, I want to meet on the 3rd, and she has something open at 10 o'clock. So when they choose the 10 o'clock slot, then they're going to put their information in here. And then what's going to happen is they're going to schedule that meeting. And well, let's just try it. Okay, so I'm going to call this test person, and we'll just pop in a phone number. And we'll, okay, see, do you remember from video 1 when I talked about your password manager? This is what it does. This is my Bitwarden. It pops up and it says, hey, which of these do you want to use? So I'm going to say, let's go ahead and use this one. It pops it in there for me. And then I can type in, hey, I want to talk to you about productivity. And then, yeah, sure, send me whatever you have. I hope you check that. And then you're going to click schedule meeting. Uh-oh, it knows I'm trying to fake it out. Okay. Well, let's just see here what we can put in. That's a for real number. All right, schedule meeting. Now it's looking at my calendars. It's putting it on my calendars. It scheduled it for 20 minutes. We see what time it is and everything. Now, when I go over to my calendar, I'm going to pull this up. Now, remember I used my planner, right? Remember from the last video I was talking about my planner? It's color coded. So is this. So you see all these different colors here. All right, so let me get to, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let me get to day. All right, that's the one I just put in there. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go over to, was it the 4th? Oh, what day did we schedule that for? Test person right here. See how it says test person, chat with Sheila? That's what it just popped in there. I didn't schedule it. It was done for me. It was like having my own assistant again. And so it shows up on my calendar there, and I can see exactly what the person, it would have their name and any information that they typed in, I would be able to see. It also has my link to get to this, to the email. Now, let me see. I want to be careful about opening my email because I don't want to, I'm checking here on my phone to see if it came through. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go here, and here's where it shows up. You can see I have this high test. That's the person's name. This is what they would get. And that would give them the link where they would click on that, and that would take them right to the meeting link. Okay, so in essence, what this is doing is taking care of all of that for me. I just make sure they have the link, then it schedules, it puts it on my calendar, they can add it to their calendar, and then what's going to happen is we're both going to get reminders too, and that reminder is going to have a link in it to go to the Zoom call. Okay, and so it's all done for you. So all of my different facets of my work, my students have one link because it's set up in a different way with a different email. So it's coming from my university email. It's going on to my university calendar. But this is the great thing is my university calendar is talking to my um, Noble Work Consulting calendar, Gutsy Grace Leaders calendar, all of them, and my personal calendar, they're all talking to each other. So if I'm up visiting my mom and helping her out with some things for a week, then I modify I put it in my calendar that, okay, I'm not going to be available on this slot so that it doesn't schedule me. So if I'm teaching, let's say teaching a mastermind, I block that on my calendar. Then when someone goes to schedule it, it doesn't show up as an option. So I don't double and triple schedule myself. This has been a game changer for me because, like you, I'm involved. You're probably involved in a lot of different community things too. Like you're going to community meetings, you're going to church meetings. You have a life where maybe you have a family member doing something important and you want to be there for it. All of these calendars have to communicate with each other. Otherwise, you double, triple schedule yourself, and then you have to disappoint someone by rescheduling, and also rescheduling eats away at the clock. So you don't want to do that. All right. So currently, I'm not using Calendly. I have used it. I have used probably 4 or 5 different ones. Acuity scheduling I've used. Um, Book It Like a Boss, I think was what I used for a while. I really liked it. But all you have to do is just go into your search engine, put in there, you can type in Calendly versus, and it always will show you like, oh, what are other ones like that? Or you can just put apps like Calendly and it'll show you different ones. Okay. Now, I use something called Brand New Funnels. Now, we can talk about this a little bit later in one of the other areas, but Brand New Funnels is where I have my website, my blog, my appointment scheduling, all of those things. It's kind of like an all in one. You may have heard me talk about Kajabi in the past. I did used to use that. I now use Brand New Funnels, which is using the Go high level system. But I can show you the backside of that sometime if you want. If you're looking for something like that and you just want to get on one of these 20-minute chats and see how I do it to see if that's something you'd be interested in, I'd be happy to do that. Just email me, Sheila at drsheilapcornea.com, or better yet, go to docshi.com/chat, and then we'll just get it scheduled right away. You don't even have to email me. All right. Just let me know what you want to talk about, so I'll be prepared for you. All right. That is handling your productivity by saving time. You're saving time by not wasting time anymore with all of this back and forth conversation. Now, another one that, again, you want to make sure you can access all of your calendars from your phone or iPad, tablet, whatever you're using, unless you're going to carry your big old planner around with you everywhere. You need to have your important times of appointments and such in your reach all the time, so you can make sure you're on time and on target, right? All right, the other thing is Doodle. I want to talk to you about Doodle, Doodle, Doodle. Now, I don't even know how long I've been using this, but it has been a lifesaver for me when I have multiple people that I'm trying to pull together for a conversation. It allows you to go into a calendar, and obviously I'm looking at my calendar to see when I'm available. I'm going to pick 4 or 5 times I'm available that I think will also work with other people. And I get to highlight those times. And then I send out one email that says, click here to choose a time that works for you. That email, they click that link, it takes them to that same option calendar, and they can highlight the ones that, yes, I'm available. And then I get an update and it shows me, let's say I invited 5 people to a meeting. It shows me what those 5 people answered toward their availability. So I can see, oh, I have 4 people available on Tuesday at 3. That's the best I'm going to get. Let's schedule it for that time. Okay, so this, again, it's like you're not going back and forth all of the time. You can just easily schedule it. This is called, again, Doodle, and you should definitely check it out if you're coordinating a lot of volunteers for a meeting or a lot of staff members for a meeting. It is going to save you trying to find that common time. Okay, so that's what I have for being productive. Now, yes, there are a lot of other things we could talk about You should have a morning routine. You should have an evening routine. You should have a when am I going to answer my inbox messages routine? Not all the day. Like, don't let your inbox demand your attention. You give it your attention when you're ready for it, but you have to schedule that in your daily routine, right? There are a lot of other things. And if you are not a member of our Facebook group, now's a good time to tell you you should probably get in there, because it is full of videos where I talk about some of these things, and you can go back into those video libraries and find them. I will eventually move them to YouTube, but they're not there yet. So you have to go into the community. It's just Gutsy Grace Leaders. You can find it as a group on Facebook and ask to join. Be glad to let you in there. It's for ladies who are Christian women leading in various industries, ministries, businesses, or life. And so we'd love to have you there if that fits you. All right, we're going to be back around for a couple more videos. I hope you'll stay tuned. And if it's one that you need, listen in. If it's not, hey, save time if you don't need it and skip on through to the next one. Okay, I'll see you soon.